Just got my results back from the surgery yesterday. Wasn't what we wanted. Dr. Grant said 3 out of the 5 lymph nodes were positive. So I'm definitely at stage 2. Friday they'll remove all the lymph nodes, and if 1 more comes back positive, then I'm at stage 3. I have been so strong till now, and now I feel like I'm completely falling apart.
Michelle Burns' riveting story is not unusual. Breast cancer is the most common cancer that women face. In the U.S. this year, there will be about 226,000 women diagnosed with breast cancer. Michelle has a genetic mutation in which her own repair mechanism is not fending off the natural cancer cells that self-destruct in the human body.
She has specifically what's called a BRCA2 germline mutation. And these women who carry these mutations, their risk of getting breast cancer over their lifetime may be up to 85%. They also have risk of getting ovarian cancer up to about 30%. And there's some other cancers that can develop as well. And in her case, her mother, her maternal grandmother both had breast cancer. And you can almost always see these families kind of coming down the street.
When we found out that she had the BRCA2, we knew that she would have to get her breasts removed and her ovaries removed. And so then we had it all planned to do, and she called me one day and said that she had this bump.
Then I was showering in December, and I had my arm up and I was using my loofah, and I found it myself, and I thought, oh my God, what is that? And at first I didn't even want to tell him, because you're just like, no, it can't be. It can't be. And then he felt it, and just looking at his face, I'm like, oh God, here we go.
I mean, when I got the call that it was cancer, I just kept thinking, there's no way it can be.
All of a sudden, she shows up one day and says, I've got this mass in my breast. And so, of course that takes us all aback, but many times a mass that is felt in the breast is not breast cancer. Of course, the biopsy was done and it was not benign. And your heart just kind of sinks, because here this woman had this opportunity to kind of avert all of this, and here we are right in the middle of it now.
Over the course of a year, with cameras rolling, Michelle faced a double mastectomy, 8 rounds of chemotherapy, and radiation. Still ahead, reconstruction early in 2013. But for women with high risk for the BRCA2 gene mutation, the good news is that medical research is getting closer to finding better treatments for breast cancer.
I think what will happen for the next generation, for Michelle's daughter, is that when she comes along, when she's old enough to be at risk for this disease, then she will probably see that we're going to maybe figure out a way to fix this problem so that we don't have to do these invasive techniques on some of these patients to keep them from having this diagnosis.
Michelle's story is a rare look at a young woman fighting cancer, raising children, and juggling work and marriage. As she prepares for December's Mrs. Texas pageant, she'll have a dramatic story to tell. For DallasHope.com, I'm Tony Martinez.